That irritates me. The reason it irritates me is because I can see over here there's this function here I just created. It doesn't show any compilation problems with it. And when I go over to here, see, this one has a problem too. Okay, that's fine. That one's good. That one is one that makes sense. Okay. Let's rebuild. Okay, this is like not a real error. This is an IDE glitch. So I'm gonna close the IDE and reopen it and hope it figures it. Oh wait. Run stop debugger. Clean it. So let's try this first. Clean everything. Build it. No, that's gonna drive me nuts. Quit. Might as well open this thing fresh. Okay. So then, main. I still got about an hour on the clock. I'm doing good. I see I'm streaming again too. I have no idea. So the internet came back up. I have no idea what the last, say, 10-15 minutes of the stream are going to look like. Good chance it looks like complete garbage. Yeah, actually that'll be interesting to me to go and check that out. Okay, so speech loader is not quite all the way set up. So I already wrote some very similar code for this for the hand animation files. So I'm just copying the pattern with a little bit of faith in the pattern that I already used. Okay, and so then if I come down here, follow the pattern, lips animation equals ball. So the idea is that if these files are found in a certain location, that they would just automatically be used. Okay, so that should return a speech clip that has the lips animation loaded into it, or at least like all the events that trigger the mouth movements. So let me cross some more stuff off my to-do list. Done. Done. Okay. So in speech update, I have like an update that's called by the main loop of the game engine. I don't think this is a mono behavior. I think this is, yeah, this is like a singleton class, but in the main game loop update, where I try to have everything that's important to the game get called, that update will call this update directly. So it's not a mono behavior update. I really prefer to have one single main update that just calls anything else that needs to happen, because I can control the order that things are called in. It gives me a lot more control. Okay. new section, which is handle activities. I'm being too general. I'll just say handle ellipse events for speech events currently playing. Well, I already have a loop here that's checking through all the speech events, so I'd like to kind of combine it. So let's see. I suppose by that logic, I could have put all of this in a loop that looked through all the speech events. I don't want to mess with this right now. Okay, you know what? I'm going to do it the inefficient way to begin with. I'm going to leave a note. To do. Combine all processing into a single loop that traverses speech events instead of 3 loops. So I always have this mentality that if something can be done that simplifies the data, do that first. Or even like, see, this is an example. It's at the top. Well, if we don't have any speech events, just return. So I like hitting the simpler things first and then leaving complexity later. But that type of thinking has made me split this out into 3 separate loops, which isn't the most performant way to write this. So let's see. If okay, so I am guaranteed that any past speech events will not be here. So I'm just checking to see if okay. I'm trying to see if something's already started. Where's the code that actually plays the speech event? Oh, it probably happened earlier. Okay. Let me see. No, it's right here. It's right here. So how does my logic down here work? My logic here says that if the event started, the start time of it is less than or equal to now. Forget the speech recorder stuff. The thing I'm missing is why this doesn't just get called repeatedly. Maybe it does. Oh, that'd be weird. That'd be very strange if it did. No, I don't think that's right. If the start time is less than or equal to now, oh, here's the thing here. Here's the thing where it's saying, let's go ahead and start this puppy going. Okay, so if the audio source is null, that means we haven't started playing it yet. So as soon as you set the audio source to be non-null, then it's playing. Okay, so this loop here is to check for a new line. I don't need to set this subtitle thing repeatedly, which is what I'm doing right now. So let's put that down here. If haven't started playing, displaying, then if haven't started speech, then start. Okay, so then down here, and I do get to get rid of a loop, and also this loop up here is not, it does make sense to have it be separate. I thought about it a little bit longer. I've got this thing here that removes events, which causes the loop down here not to go through them. So I yank this, I'm going to move this inside of this other loop, which is where it belongs. So here I need to do a check to see if this is a speech event. That has a lips animation. Not equal Microsoft. How did you stupid? I swear this IDE is my enemy. Okay, so Visine equals speech event, speech clip, Visine, and then I have to find the lapse time. That should be in I want to say audio source. Time. Yep. Okay. Then if my character's got a face controller, let's go ahead and set the Visine. And I might as well combine these two things up in one loop, or one conditional, because if either one is null, then there's no point in doing this, any of the code beneath. So we say Bam. 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 Okay. Holy shit, that's a lot of new code. It's too much to just hit the run button. It's just too much. I gotta kind of step through a little bit and see how it works. Let me set a few breakpoints. I should just have a clear all breakpoints somewhere. Oh, it is right here. Disable. Maybe I don't have any breakpoints. Okay. Okay, so I'll set a breakpoint here. I'll set a breakpoint here. And let's see. Let's see what it does. It's probably not going to work. I give it 19% chance of working the first try. Okay, so it's attempting to load the lips animation. So far, so good. Let's take a look. I just want to see if it's populated. Yep, it's populated. Okay. So that's right.
Oh, little nothing, you have strayed. Oh, little...
So it's not checking the events. So let me go back to the... here. So question would be, did we get the character face controller set? I saw the lips animation get set. It was probably there in the speech event. I will check inside this code here. Also, I've got an assertion firing someplace that I'll want to take a look at. Okay, so what's the character look like? The maw. No face controller. Okay, good. That would be a reason for the events not to fire. Okay. So, it might be something like you can't call get component on an interface. It might be as simple as that. Yeah, that might be it. But another thing I could do, well, I mean, I'll check that assumption in a moment. So that's fine. Let me check the other part while I got it open. Yep, that's set. Okay. So it's that binding. Okay. So the binding. Don't let me forget that while I go and check what is the deal with this. Oh, that's true. That is something that I forgot about. So the music does not have mono. It's on purpose, it's stereo. All the music is stereo. So it's not going to affect me too much here because the stuff I was using it for, I shouldn't need it. But let me just add a to-do so I don't forget about it. To-do, songs are stereo. Insertion below fails. Also, RMS chunks for every audio clip, every single one. Because I probably just need them for certain things. Okay. So that was not the thing I was worried about. It was character animation binder. So I'm assuming this is getting called and returning null. So let me just check that this is actually getting called for the MAW, and if that's true, it'll be pretty clear what my next steps are. Okay, which character? Is this M? Or is it the MAW? It's the MAW. Okay. Oh, null? Yes. Okay. I know what I'm doing next. So, pretty simple. I'll just change this into a base class. And that'll probably give me some other benefits too down the line. So if I make it a base class, then that also means I'm going to have it derived from mono behavior. Since we are using single inheritance. And let's make it abstract. So I think I'll just hit build to see what fails. I know some things will fail. Oh, and I guess, instead of making these abstract, let's do very simple implementation that is true for everything so far. So let's do private visine, private emotion. Then I can start refactoring some common code out. This visine equals visine. Okay. Then I'll build and it'll fail in useful places. Yeah, it's like a really awesome way to search. So then I'll take that out. Next thing they'll complain is probably about this stuff here. I think let's just make these protected. Oh. Okay. Okay. So I'm seeing update frame is I could make it like a virtual that gets called by other stuff. The one way to do it. Let's call it like draw face. Okay. It won't be virtual here, there'll be override. Okay, and this can go away. And draw face. Okay. Did I close face controller? I did. Okay. Protected. Virtual. Void. Draw face. Protected. Abstract. Don't. Oh wait. No. I'll just do virtual. And I'll go like that. Okay, so that should cause something else to fail. Let me build. Okay. Override. Protected. Okay. Yep. I can get rid of these. To do. These move to face controller. Controlled. Yeah, face control. Okay. So then I do need. Oh, I already got it. Protected. Override. There we go. This goes away. All right, let's see how I'm doing now. All right. So where is this? Let's make sure this is still going to work, and or it's going to work for the first time. And speech. Set my breakpoint back in here. Okay. Try again. What? What? Really? I would have thought like I could just grab the base class and it would, because I would do that with renderer, and that works. So what's the transform here? Oh, interesting. Black floor filler. Okay. So actually that interface might have worked just fine. Okay, I got it. All right. copy the component, remove the component. I had it on the wrong game object. Add component. Alright. So I don't think there was a problem getting the interface after all. I think there was a problem with oh.
Oh, little nothing, you have strayed.
Okay. So the breakpoint came to here, which is great. This is going to be a little bit tricky because, like if I set a breakpoint right when it starts, the timing is not correct to pick up the first visum. But let me try it anyways. I'm going to turn that music off because I'm going to have to hear it so many times, and I prefer to not get totally stuck in my head. Okay, so loops animation is non-null. Events, many events. Okay. So visum should be set to the first one, which is, oh, okay, that's good. That means that even without the timing, this is incorrect, by the way, but it's still going to give me like a visum that should update. So let me keep following this logic. What is the first one? Like 3 seconds in, something like that. 8 seconds in. Okay, that's right. There's a long intro. So did it break? Yes, it did. And it's going to return O. So to do set default vising to rest, and don't return first visum immediately. Yeah, whatever. That's enough. So there's a bug there, but it's a useful bug because now I have the O visum being returned back immediately, so I can next see what's the thing that will. Okay, speech character, face controller, face. Yeah, okay. So this should call set visum with the new visum. Oh, I didn't have it called draw face. That's the issue. Okay. Play. And then stop. And oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Now, a nice thing about this code that I'm writing is it should also work with M. So right now it's running against the MA, but you know, on a session soon after this, we should be able to see M talking, and M's got nicer mouth animations, I think. So I'm looking forward to that. So I'm not going to fix that other bug yet because I want it to be easy to test out any problems. Okay.
Straight.
Yeah, it should have updated the mouth more than once. So the events after the first one don't seem to be picking up. Let me. I bet I know what that bug is. Let me go check. And yeah, that's all it is. Okay, so I forgot to set the vising equals. Having more confidence that I can test this out. Let's go ahead and fix this bug. I think it's slightly more correct if I say greater than time. Wait a minute. No, that's the right way to do it. So that way, if the very first visum, say it starts on at time 0, Kamikaze toy. I'm good. I'm about to have glorious success. What's going on with you? You are the viewer of the devil, I guess, because you would be viewer number 666. I'm good. So let me see if I can get this to go for us.
Oh, little nothing, you have strayed.
My game is being a little bit reluctant to do what I want, but I'm gonna get it in line. So why is it not giving me an updated visum? So I've got all these. Okay. Let me set something like if time less than 8f return, and then that'll let me set a breakpoint here, which will be simpler. Return. Rest. Okay. So here's what I got. There's this mouth here that has some different frames that correspond to different sounds your mouth makes. Like if you say O, then the mouth changes to an O shape. You say M, it makes an shape. Okay. And then a different tool that I wrote a while back, I have edited the timing for like an audio file to connect up to these animated frames. All that's from the scrubbing activity. So if I move my cursor to one point inside of here, it gives me a little bit of audio to listen to, and that allowed me to create like a file that's got all the timings for the mouth animation. So I saved that file, and I'm just doing the last little bits of work to hook up that timing file to this mouth that you see on the screen, so it'll be animated in time with the audio. And there's like a song that I wrote that it plays with me singing some stuff, and then I want it all to happen all at once, and I'm like so close. It's like one last function to debug. It's this function here. Okay, so time is the time. Okay, I'll set a breakpoint there, and it should all build. How's your game going? And don't let me make you feel bad if you haven't gotten around to doing your work. There's life.
Oh, little nothing.
Okay, what's going on there? I gotta turn the audio off. The repetition of that song will drive me crazy. Okay, what is the time that's getting past? 0, 0, 0. Okay, that's a problem. That's a problem. I'm always getting past 0. What's a local parsec? Huh. Yeah, sounds interesting. I don't quite understand that, but let's see. So why, if I've got the auto source and I started playing, is it not giving me the time elapsed since I started playing? I'm just kind of looking through all this stuff. Is there maybe one of these things that would... You know what? I don't even need to get it from there. I can say current time minus the time when it started. That'll do it. Time minus... actually, did I already... Okay. Now... minus speech event, start time. Okay. Now that feels promising. That feels like it could do something. Got the audio turned off because I don't want to hear the song over and over again. Is that breakpoint? Yeah, there it is. There it is. There it is. Okay, cool. Ah, okay, I like it. Yeah, sure. Alright. So I'm not going to bother to play the song at the same time as the animation, because I know with the streaming setup it'll be unsynced. I only did the first few lines anyways, but I'm going to I mean, this is what I set out to do. It is working as expected, but I'm going to take out this junk code here that's working. And just do my little celebration. And I hope Kamikaze Toy gets back soon, but I do have to like stop the stream pretty quick. And start dinner and all that kind of thing. Hit play for that. All right. Okay. So yeah, it did what I asked it to do. I don't have the fully authored timings. Those are easy to do, but I can't do them on stream because the streaming messes up when I hear sounds and it's not synchronized correctly. So, cool. For me to give a proper demo of this means I will need to make a recording that isn't streaming. So I think I do like a little more work getting that going this week. And actually I had planned to spend all this week on getting this to go, but I might get done before the end of the week because the only thing that's left now, there are a few things left for the death box. So there's the knives coming down at certain points in the song to stab M. There's removing the red squares around M so that they're not visible in this distracting way while she's here. There's disabling her fling. I don't want her to be able to fling in here. It is kind of cool, but like it also kind of screws up the song a little bit. Maybe I'll leave the fling on, but just kind of mute it. Yeah. Anyways, so there's like odds and ends to finish this thing up, but not much. It'll totally be done this week. Kamikaze Toy. I'll show you a quick demo of the mouth moving around. The timing is not all set up correctly yet, but I'll just go and do it anyways. I'll play my silly little song too, and then that's gonna be into the stream because I gotta go cook dinner. So this is it. Last demo.
Oh, little nothing, you have strayed. Oh, little nothing, you are afraid that all your pieces fell apart, they fell below. Oh, little nothing, where did they go? We see you here, your sad little face. Come to cry, come to beg for our grace. Can we put you back together? Yes, we can. Can we put you back together? Yes, we can. Can we put you back together?
Yep.
Yes, we can.
It's got some things to do.
Will we put you back together? That's the plan. Because we got the knife to fix you, to slice you, to bite you, to grind you, unwind you. Because we
Yeah. Sing.
to find you, to hurt you, revert you, revise you, comprise you. We know we got to steal you, reveal you, defeat you, complete you, devour you, empower you. Because we got back to life. Oh, one way back to life, just one way back to life. It's gonna need the knife. We got the knives. Think hard, little child, before you go someplace wild.
Yeah, you might be onto something there. Yeah. Dang it! I thought I was done with this, but you just said something good. It would be better with like some like. Yeah. All right. I gotta head off to other things, but have a good evening. Wisconsin, is that where you are again? Was it Wisconsin? Nope. Illinois. Okay. All right. Have a good night off in Illinois. Catch you later. Stop the stream. Stop the stream. Stop the stream. Stop it. Stop it. Stop the stream.